They haven't sacked me yet, right? Okay, good. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. We're ready to begin. Well, it's been an interesting half of a season, I've got to say. I still have a job, so I'm going to call that a win. Now, do we have any questions? Yeah. Horgan Chudson, a local reporter. Now, how would you rate your time in charge? You look really familiar, mate. I just can't quite place it. But anyway, I'm going to say decent. You know, we've not been relegated. We've got a good idea of the squad that we have to work with now. And we made a few good signings as well. But you say you're not making any new signing? Did I say that? I don't remember saying that, but I don't know. I mean, sometimes you just find the right player 4 or 5 times. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Iceland, to Grindavik on The Impossible Dream. It is episode 2 today and we're going to wrap up sort of the first half season of the series. And, well, it's not gone, it's been weird. I don't know how else to describe it. We've actually played quite well, but you can see from the results here, I think we've won 3 games, but the games we won, 5-0, 3-0, 3-0, we've only lost 3, but then the games we lost 4-0, 2-0, and a 4-5 absolute ridiculous game against Vestry, who we saw actually last episode. And the rest of the time, it's been draws. And actually, there's a 2-0 loss at the top there as well, isn't there? But I mean, there's times where we've played quite well. We seem to, and this is always my go-to, is that we seem to be winning XG a lot. But we play well against the good teams, it feels like, and we don't win, and then we play badly against the teams that are sort of around us, and we don't win anyway. But there's the league table. Grotta are the team that gets promoted. It looks, well, there's one of 2 that's going to get promoted with them. It's just that we've got 1 game to go in the season. We're safe from relegation. We were never really in any danger of it. And yeah, I mean, we just kept picking up draws really, and that just kept us clear. So 6, 6, and 9 is the record, a -3 goal difference. And today we are facing, I think it's this team in 6th. No, it's HK. So the team in 5th is the team that we're facing today. So it's been okay, but it's not been great. The board wanted top half, which we're not going to get. Now, one thing I did forget to do last time, so we go to Club Info, is have a look at the history of the club, and we'll see that we've never really won anything. Now, this is the division that we're in now, I think, and that is the League Cup, from what I understand. So we've never won a major trophy, if you consider the League Cup to not be a major trophy. So yeah, I mean, this is what I like with the Impossible Dream, is to basically start with a club with essentially no history of winning things, and then obviously try and massively change that moving forward. Now, as I said in the press conference there, we have made some signings. And we've also got rid of a couple of players as well, more so to get to do with lowering the wage budget. So Tura, this guy has left. He was on 700 and something pounds a week, so it was just a matter of just needing to lower the wage bill. And he's 32 as well. We kind of need a bit of a younger profile, I think, at the club. The signings that we made, though, and I'm very, very excited. Harvard Myra. Not quite sure how you say that, but this guy's an absolute beast. He was sort of broke my resistance to signing somebody. I mean, he'll be with us for many, many years to come. He's 26, free transfer as well, and good leadership capabilities. He could easily be a centre-back, I would say. He could easily be a ball-winning midfielder. I've got him playing box-to-box just now, and yeah, like I say, he is just... could not believe my luck when he came up. And if we have a look at his history here, there's not much there. He's played for a couple of amateur teams, and I'm assuming an amateur team because we got him for nothing. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say he set the world on fire with us, but there's a lot of potential for him there as a player. The other signing we made was another free transfer, Marko Zivkovic, as a goalkeeper. I mean, he's a goalkeeper, that's the only position he's going to play, but it's actually quite a big upgrade on the guy we had already. And again, a lot of potential for him to improve. And again, we got him on a free transfer, which is brilliant. Only £200 a week, or a little bit over that. Good positioning. I think for the level we're at, again, this is a guy that could be with us for many, many seasons to come. Now, he has played a lot of his career. He started at Dinamo Zagreb, spent some time in Serie C in Italy, and we've now picked him up in the second division of Iceland. And yeah, I think he will do well for us. So those are the 2 signings that we have made for now. Now, future out, Wanra, he has an injury, but it looks like he's going to leave. He's on £900 a week. We really can't afford that. I mean, if we're paying someone that much, they need to be a guaranteed starter every week, and I just don't think that he is quite that. So he's about to leave anyway somewhere. The signings that we've made that are coming in, we've signed a young Icelandic left back / central midfielder, probably more of a central midfielder. I don't really know what he is, to be honest. There's a little bit of potential there. It's from our weird development center team, so it didn't cost us anything, and we'll just kind of see if he develops into anything. And the other player that we've signed is someone I'm very, very excited about. Let's go and have a better look at him here. Now, he's coming in February once the window opens again, but a really, really good wide player on both sides, and I think he will do quite well. We're really struggling down the left-hand side, both at fullback and on the left-hand side of that attacking trio that I like to use, and I'm hoping this guy will come in and solve that for us. His career to date started at Nantes. He sort of journeyed around Turkey, Bulgaria, Romania, and hopefully he'll find a little bit of a home with us here in Iceland as well. But I think he will do quite well. I think he's on £450 a week. So, we're not necessarily breaking the bank to get him either. So those are the signings that have been done, made, and essentially delivered. You'll see we've got room left in the wage budget. We've extended a few contracts of players that we wanted to keep. And we'll go through the squad planner at the end here, and we've been able to lower the wage budget down just through contract renewals. So that's everything caught up on, more or less. Let's go and have a look at this final game, and then we can discuss what we do over the winter. So this is what we're expecting from HK, 4-2-3-1. This is the way a lot of teams play against us. The team we're sending out, Zivkovic, goes in goal. We've been playing this guy as a left fullback. He's a right-footed player that's not that good at defending. He is a good player, and his contract is up at the end of the year. I'm thinking of actually keeping him, but to use more in an attacking sense. But for now, he's having to fill in at fullback for us. Ziba, Dimitrovski, and Runatsen are the rest of the back four. Celis, Maya, and Leonson are the midfield trio. You can see they're developing a nice little partnership. McShane, who we saw last time, Helgetson. Now, he is a team leader. I've got to show you the dynamics as well. But I don't know what he is. He's good. Whenever he plays, he is good. He can play right back. He can play sort of midfield. He can play wide. I think that the one thing that is holding him back is he really physically is not fantastic. He's got good natural fitness and stamina, but he's not quick, and he's not particularly strong in the air either. So central midfield might be the place for him. He's got decent vision, but maybe the first touch isn't quite good enough for there. So I'm not quite sure what to do with him. Thathapong, who is quickly becoming my favourite name, he's very hot and cold. He goes up front again here, and we'll see how he does. Okay, so we can see the team sheets there. I don't recognise any names as of yet. Obviously, that will come with time here. What do we want to say to this? Let's go out there and prove the media wrong. They've been on our back for ages. We have been getting a little bit of stick. They keep saying we're in bad form, and it really does just depend how you look at things. Because if you look at it as, how many games have you won, then yeah, we've not been great, but we've not really lost games either. So yeah, it is just. I mean, you see, recently that's a bit not quite right. We've won 2, lost 3, but I do genuinely think there is quite a decent side here. I think the biggest issue I've got is trying to figure out how to get us to defend that with what that works for us. And of course, being part time, we don't have that many training sessions to then be able to work on things. So it does make it a little bit trickier. And it seems to be it's well, when we win games, if a team sort of lets us play the way we want to play, then we really do run over the top of teams. But we can struggle defensively as well if a team is not quite set up to make the most of us. Now, the worrying thing about not being great defensively is that our 2 centre-backs, I still think, are possibly, maybe with the exception of Maya now, they're kind of our best players. So the fact that we're not able to defend well is slightly concerning. I think the main thing we're going to have to do in the summer, or winter I should say, is we need to get a left back sorted. And I wouldn't mind getting this machine gets it forward. It is headed away. Now what's going to become of this now? It's becoming a bit of a scrappy highlight. Can we win that back? We should get to that, shouldn't we? Can we pick it up in midfield? Leotson is brilliant. I'm really, really enjoying him. Yeah, I mean, he's been now probably our most consistent player, I think. And, that's a little bit unlucky. A 10th goal of the season. We fall behind late in the first half. But I think this is ricocheted off about 3 different players before it went in. Hadzic, he's tackled it back into him. Yeah, is it Hasic? I'm not quite sure how you would say that. I mean, he's just not a left back, so I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there is no excuse. We just don't have a particularly good left back right now. All right, let's just say we've been terrible. Let's try and fire him up that way. We'll have some faith, and we'll get out there. The one thing I haven't tried yet is 2 strikers up top. The reason for that, I don't really know what the reason is, to be honest. I just haven't done it yet. Maybe we could do it this half. We don't really have... I mean, this guy's a decent striker, I suppose. What I want to sort of get one way of playing. And if we go with... what is that pass? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we've lost out there. Can we get to that first? We can. Dimitrovsky does well. It's just a little bit frustrating just trying to find a way to play and then be able to train it. Liotson does well there. Litson, I should say. There's a good ball for Sasapong. Can he find a finish? Oh, it's into the goalkeeper. McShane will keep the pressure on there, will he? No. Is this the left back? The guy we had playing, is it Jonsson, I think we had playing left back in the first game. There's Sasapong over the top. The problem with him is that he's not quite quick enough. All right, let's try raising up the tempo here. We're not really getting shots soon, so it doesn't matter. Let's try playing it into space as well. Try being more expressive. But yeah, this is almost a bad example of how we've been playing, though. Like, we don't look bad, and then we just kind of concede a goal a little bit out of the blue, and those are the sorts of things that are costing us. So there is definitely a lot of work to do. I still think there is a lot of potential here, but I just got to find a way to use it. So there we go. That will be the final league table. We will finish 9th in the division. Like I say, we were never in any real danger of going down. I mean, we're 20-odd points off potential promotion for next season, if we use 40-odd points as being the guide of what it's going to take to get up. So we sink to worst ever finish. Well, that's not great, is it? That's not something I wanted on the CV. There we go. I don't think we're in any real danger of getting sacked. If we go and have a look at Club Vision and the board, a C-, so they're disappointed. I'm hoping we're not going to get sacked, because that would be a very, very bad thing to happen. It's going to be difficult to win the Champions League with the club if we're not even employed by the club. But anyway, that is how the season looks. We should have an end of season awards thing coming up. Hopefully I won't get sacked beforehand, and then we can discuss the summer. Okay, so we have our end of season review. I'm not going to do an end of season awards for this season because it's not really our team. I don't feel like anyway. So we can see the new signings that came in. Now, the ones that we made, Zivkovic has been given signing of the year, so that's good. And our other guy here was a B-. So, I feel like the signings we've done are okay. Then the outs don't really affect us because we don't know any of those guys. Let's have a look at the season results. A C+ in the league, so that's not terrible. In the cup, the team were knocked out in the second round, as we can see there, or in the third round. And the other league cup thing, I don't know what this is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Group D, is that not just the league? I don't understand what that is. Anyway, we didn't play in it. Maybe there was no League Cup, and that's why it's showing that. Moments to remember, the 5-0. We were in charge for this one. It was a really good performance from us. The match to remember was a 3-0, which I think we were in charge of as well. And the goal of the season, let's have a look at it. I'll have to have a look at it in a moment, but I believe we were in charge for that game as well, and I think I actually know the goal. It's a thumping effort. All right, so the finances. We are currently a 1.5 third reputation club. Sponsorship, we can see there, it's no broadcast money, no competition prize money. The team of the season, it is more or less the team that we've played. That's the sort of the old goalkeeper is there, but everybody else, Kyle Edwards-John, is not going to be sticking around, I don't think. He's good, but he's on a big wage and he's not necessarily first choice. I did give him a couple of games and wasn't really any better than what we had. And I think the fact that he's going to be a foreign player, I think we can probably do better with our foreign player slots. So fans player of the year was the defender Dimitrovsky, no surprise there. Young player of the year was Thathapong. Signing was Zivkovic. The goal of the season we'll get to in just a second. The top goal scorer was Thathapong, only 9, which is not really enough. It's only a 22-game season, but you've got to be getting, well, I mean, 9's not terrible, I suppose, one every second. Litson with the most assists. He's really, really good. Most man of the match awards was Thathapong with 3. Litson, highest matched average of 7.4. And Dimitrovsky, most passes completed per 90 minutes. And then we can see, I mean, it's going to be all the records because it's the first season of the game. So we won't take too much stock in that. History in the making. I don't really know why it's history in the making, but anyway, there we go. Dynamic manager timeline. Yeah, well, I don't really know. You can see we've signed a few players to new contracts as well, but well, there we go. That is our dynamic manager timeline for the year. So new record low. This is all wonderful stuff to start things off, isn't it? Let's have a look at our budget for the new season. We've got 14 grand or so a week to spend and 11,000 to almost 12,000 pounds. The supporter profile, we've got more families, less core fans, and we have gone up a little bit in the social media following. So that's good. And seasonal analysis, what's this here? That's stat stuff. Club vision. So we want to win next season. We want to win the division we want to win promotion, which is first or second, and then my contract is up at the end of next season. So it might be a short, impossible dream. I mean, I think we've got a decent side. We do have a long way to go before we get to the top of that division, though. So would we be getting a new contract? Here is the hierarchy. You can see we've got 2 team leaders, and then a nice sort of shaped pyramid there, which is good. End of season team meeting. We'll do that off of camera. New season team report. There's a lot we actually have quite a few strengths. We've got more strengths than weaknesses. We've got a lot of work to do in the summer. We've got the injuries there and pre-season return date in 20 weeks. Pre-season lasts 20 weeks. I mean, that seems a little bit excessive. Now, there is the weird cup thing. The League Cup has games at a weird time. So let's come back early in the new year. We don't need 20 seasons of preseason, surely. So that's the previous game. The First Division Player of the Year, the Young Player of the Year, and the Icelandic Manager of the Year shortlist. Can I vote for myself? Am I even there? I'm not even there. Well, that's just rude, isn't it? So I don't care who wins Manager of the Year, to be honest. The Grotta manager, he got promoted. He won the division. Let's go with him. Congratulations, mate. I hope you do well. Right, so this is the squad planner as we have sort of ready to go for next season. Our goalkeepers, I'm happy with our goalkeepers, Zivkovic and the guy that was already at the club. I think between those two, we're absolutely fine. No need to worry about goalkeepers. Left back is the problem. We don't have a left back. I mean, Ziba is right now the best choice, arguably. And I mean, he's not a left back. He's a very good centre back, but he's not a left back. He's pacing, so he's a centre back. So left back is almost a top priority over the winter. In terms of centre backs, we've got 2 very good ones, albeit older ones at this point. Waxon is okay. There's nothing particularly wrong with him. And then we start to get into the realms of he's not too bad actually, but we do need potentially to strengthen at centre back, I would suggest. If we go over to right back, Runarsson was solid when he played. Helgason was solid when he played. They're almost a complete opposite. Runarsson is a good tackler and quick, and Helgason is a good attacker and slow. So it's a little bit awkward. And then Mirza is an option there for us as well. And I do think I will extend his contract, particularly if he's not wanting much money. The defensive deep-lying midfielder role is, Cialis did a really good job this season, and Maya is obviously more than capable of playing there for us as well. If we go forward, the box-to-box midfielder, the same 2, and then we have a couple of other options. The Hammer is a decent enough midfielder, as is Helgason, and who's this? Oh, that's that young kid that we've signed. That's instantly I kind of look at it now and think, what am I doing? But he's only 18. You never know. Maybe he'll develop. The advanced playmaker role. Now, we pretty much had Lidson and then there's no one else really. There's other guys who could come in and play the role, but he's the only one that's really there to to do that. On the left-hand side, whether it be a winger or an inside forward, and Dongalup is he is hopefully going to be very good for us. Hammer, we've seen him out there. Thastapong could probably do it, though he's left-footed, can't cross, so I don't think he's going to play on the left at any point. Over on the right-hand side, the likes of McShane is, again, he's solid. I think we need to maybe in attack, we just need players that are a little bit better in their specific roles. There's a lot of guys that are okay at a few different things, but there's not necessarily anybody that is, I don't know, if like a better term, setting the world alight. See, maybe this guy would be better over on the left because he can't cross, right-footed, decent first touch, dribbling and finishing, but lacks a bit of concentration and composure. So yeah, it's going to be one. It's going to be an interesting off season. Thastapong is there. He is. I like him as a striker. Like I say, he's either brilliant or he is non-existent. He does miss a lot of chances as well. So we might need to get somebody else in. This guy is okay. His contract is going to be around next season, so he'll probably get a little bit more game time perhaps. The Hammer is, I'm just not convinced about him as a striker, and McShane's another one. I mean, I'm just not convinced that he's a striker. So yeah, that's how we're looking. You can see it's going to be an interesting off-season. I can remember call it the winter, not the summer. But yeah, we'll just have to see. You can see the experience matrix there as well. I mean, it's a fairly good mix of players. So yeah, we'll just have to see how we go. But anyway, that is that. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Finances are okay-ish. Hopefully, we'll get above. Back up into the black before too long. I will see you next time. We will play through the summer window. It'll be a transfer special. Winter window, and yeah, I mean, we've got a long way to go between September 18th and when's this League Cup thing get underway? In February. Now, I don't know how much of this will show on the channel. I haven't decided yet, to be honest, but yeah, anyway, that's our group for this League Cup thing, and it looks like you've got to win it to get through, and we've got some teams in there that aren't in our division, so I suspect they might be quite good, so maybe we'll show the less of that the better. Anyway, guys, take care.